Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here in Sheffield. The man himself, Mr. Johnny Nelson. How are you, mate?
Welcome to Sheffield. Welcome to Sheffield. It's Rotherham, it's just down the road from Sheffield, but it's nice to be on my doorstep to see local talent trying to get in the mix and the beginning of dreams, and I like that. I used to be one of these fighters.
I mean, you would have attended lots of small hall shows in your time, and I don't know, there's something about this that the production value is a bit more. It's a bit more special, and it doesn't feel like your average small hall show. There's a bit more razzmatazz. Do you reckon?
You know what, Izzy from GBM Promotions, he's doing an amazing job. He's got the talk, good-looking fella. He's got the links, the spread he's put on. It's cool, man. And this is without TV. And I said, why? Can you imagine when you've got TV behind you? So, and I think he's building up a pattern, a reputation. And it's pretty cool. He's making a buzz around the boxing game, and I think potentially this guy could be one of the main movers and shakers in the boxing game, because he's boxed. He's starting from the grassroots up. He understands the game. What I see the beginning of something that could be something very special.
We will talk about sort of general boxing news, but just quickly one more thing on this. Do you feel like for someone to be successful in this business, they have to have actually stepped inside the ring? Because yes, you can be around boxing all your life, but like you said, he's gone through the ropes as a professional. Does that count for a lot more?
No, Eddie's successful in the business. I don't think he's ever been in the ring. He's been around boxing all his life.
That's different because of where he started with obviously, because it was Barry from the bottom.
Yeah, I get that. And Barry was second to none, so he had a great teacher in Barry. But I remember Eddie at 10, 11 years old when I was boxing for the European title down in Karlsruhe, Germany, at ringside. I remember Eddie as a young man, and he'd have to go and eat with the likes of Herbie Hyde and Silky Jones fighters coming through. So he's always been around it. He never actually got in there to box. So do you have to be a fighter to be successful at this game? No. Do you have to understand and appreciate the game and the business side of it? Yes. So fighters are good at fighting. Businessmen and promoters are good at business and promoting. And but if you're fortunate to be good at both of them, and a good ex-fighter and a promoter, then that's a plus.
We'll wait for Johnny Nelson promotions. Right. Let's talk Liam Smith, by the way. What a signing. If you're talking about arguably the top 10, top 15 names in British boxing, he's one of them, and he will be fighting on Sky.
Yeah, and that's really good. I think Boxer and Sky are, the signings that I'm hearing are on the horizon. This news will be average news as we go through. But it's great news for Liam Smith. You can see the direction it could go in regards to Eubank Jr. But also I'm quite sure he signed that deal with a path, an intention, a way forward, and there's an offer there on the table. So let's see how this goes. Let's see which way it goes. But yeah, potentially there's some decent fights out there, and again, I think Boxer are doing an amazing job. The signings I hear that are on the horizons are making me smile, thinking, oh shit, it's going to hit the fan. But it's going from strength to strength.
So when you say that, I'm not going to push you because you're not going to tell us anyway, but is it one of them where a signing like Liam Smith could be seen as not standard procedure because Liam is such a big name, but kind of like, yeah, this is normal?
It will be. Can you imagine him going up to heavyweight and signing some heavyweights?
I'm leaving the mic for you to kind of just...
So just wait and see. It's exciting, and you know what? It's been... I'm quite sure promoters will be out there looking at their fighters and thinking, right, we'll go for every one of these, look at the contracts, see what the situation is. But you know what? I think it's been patience, experience, wisdom, perseverance. And so I think, what Boxer are doing, slowly but surely they're crawling their way through, getting the respect from other promoters that are out there. And they're going to have to earn it. That's just how it is. They're going to have to earn it. So just wait and see.
Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, and now obviously Josh, all the news come out today that Josh has vacated the WBC. He's now he's chasing the Jack Catterall fight. Jack obviously wants that fight. Are we going to kind of get the conclusion, and is it good that we're likely going to get this conclusion?
Yeah, but it's sad that there's no belts on the line. And that's what I'm saying. This opportunity for Jack, I get that, but he had one chance to win a fight and get the unified titles. and that's gone. It's never going to come again. So I understand Josh Taylor. He wants to right or wrong as far as he's concerned. What weight will the fight be at? How will they do it? Which way they will do it? There's a lot of things that are just will not be the same. And
it almost not feel like a rematch in that sense then.
Yeah, exactly, and because the winnings are not the same. And remember, that might be Jack's hit of lightning, because now Josh knows what to expect. He may come in with a different tactic and everything. I just think he was wrong done by in the first place. We can't change time, so now it's a chance for both fighters to do it again. It's just a pity the belt's on the line.
What sort of mindset do you think Jack has to go into that with? Because obviously it will be full of emotion. The fight week is going to be so intense, it will, especially with a character like Josh. But what does Jack have to go into that fight mindset like?
Well, before he had the art of surprise, and it worked for him as far as I'm concerned. So now he's got to go in there knowing what he's capable of doing, but he's got to come out with another game plan. And the thing is, the way Josh boxed, I don't know if he had anything different he can do. I don't know, because he's a hothead. I like him, man. He's a hothead. So will he be able to hold his temper, his ego, and think, nah, he ain't doing that to me? Because that's what the fight was last time. It was ego that made, in my opinion, made him fight the way he fought and keep making the same mistake. Is he the sort of character that you can put his ego in check and say, right, then you know what, I've got to look at this different. I've got to respect this man in front of me. Or will his ego get the better of him?
Quickly, because like I said, I won't keep you for too long. Did you watch the Joshua Usyk press conference, be it Jeddah or London, yeah?
I did, and I've said it before. I was surprised that AJ let Usyk feel comfortable in his presence. If I was his people, I'd say, yo, don't do that, don't play that shit, don't stop that. This guy, you want to have this guy feeling uncomfortable around you. Even when the cameras aren't there and they're sat in the green room waiting to go out there, don't be beamish, mate. Don't be having little selfies with him. Don't be making this guy feel comfortable, because in doing that, when you're comfortable, you produce cameos of brilliance. And this is fighting is mental warfare. And fights are won long time before you've got in the ring. And I've mentioned it before. You look at Roberto Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard, the first fight. He enraged him. He got under his skin. He got him to box in a way that he didn't want to box. He made Sugar Ray sleep, dream, eat him. In regards to when he got in the ring, his brain had gone. Sugar Ray learned the lesson 6 months later, come back and outbox him. Now AJ's got to learn from this and think, I don't want you to feel comfortable in my presence. I don't want you to feel familiar around me. I want you to think, shit, what's going on here? I want to be your every thought. I want you to think, what am I going to bring different? But when I make you feel comfortable, like we're cool, we're friends and stuff like that, what's on your mind? You know what I mean? He's going to think, this is what I'm going to do. So, and because Usyk, Usyk, that's what Usyk wanted. Usyk wanted to pretend we're friends, we're all that, we're all cool, we're all right, this is business, and I'm going to kick the shit out of you when we start fighting. So Usyk's got what he wanted. AJ's a gentleman, he's polite, he's respectful, and I get that. But in this fight, he needs some crude-ass roughness going on. That's what he needs. He needs to get in there and say, and it doesn't just start in my style of fight. It starts with my mentality, how I approach you, how you are around me. Me staring you out at a standoff don't mean Jack Diddley if we're going to take selfies next to each other backstage. He's got to really get at him. He's got to make him feel uncomfortable. He's got to cut that shit out. And so when I saw that, I thought, oh man, come on, Eddie, don't fall for that, man. Don't play that game.
The London one especially just felt very tame, didn't it?
Because it was too familiar. And I know it's business. I know these guys thinking, I hate you, but it's business. But if you want to win and you want to do something different, different starts now. It doesn't start when the bell goes. Look historically at our sport, this is how this thing is played. So AJ's got to think, no, I ain't playing that game anymore. I don't know if that chance is gone or it will roll on again. But the next time they meet each other will be around the time when it comes to fight week, it comes to promoting it. No, this thing needs to start now. He needs to have Usyk thinking about him, constantly thinking, shit, what's this guy going to do different? Something not right here.
And just on the situation with the zone and the broadcast, we know that Joshua committed his future to the zone, but that won't be in the UK. So the rights, I know there's complicated stuff behind the scenes, but is there some I know, positive thoughts at Sky that the fight could still land on Sky?
Chances are slim, but they're still there. They're slim. You'd expect it to go on DAZN. I'm hearing they put the biggest bid in, but I'm not a businessman. I don't know that side of it. Saudi Arabia, would they look on, a few difference in a few million might not mean nothing in the Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? But would they look on, right, the whole point of this is you want to get the exposure. Where would you get big exposure here?
Perhaps principle, because obviously Sky was where Joshua was built, yeah.
No, but what's happening? The rights, you think the whole point is about getting the worldwide exposure. You want the most amount of eyes on this fight as possible. So what you're going to weigh up? What's most important? What's the whole point in doing this? What's the whole point in paying so much money to get this there, so the whole world see and respect and recognise what's happening there? So Saudi Arabia could say, you know what? We're gonna give it to the biggest audience. We can bite the bullet on this because a couple of mil don't mean nothing to me, But then that's wishful thinking, but wherever it is, as a fan, ex-fighter, I don't care where it is. I'm still gonna watch it. That's me. But the average man in the street, your granny, that's who you want to watching it. To get the numbers up, get people there, get them to see what's going on.
Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.